So hello everyone, Grosey here, welcome back. Today we've got another 5p coin hunt for the Unhuntables podcast series with Christopher.
Hello. I was gonna say, who are you doing
Dunno-
it with? You haven't even introduced me yet.
I don't know what happened there. I was sort of imagining you just introduce yourself.
Huh?
But then that would be really
Yeah,
weird.
me
All of a
jumping.
sudden,
And me,
hello.
Christopher.
There we go. Yeah, details of what we're finding or trying to find, hopefully, will be in the description of the video. NIFC coins not put into circulation, the years which weren't circulated, and any territories coins from anywhere else, basically. That's it. There we go. So yeah, I think we're going to just continue where we were previously. We were talking about some new coins coming out in the new year, annual sets.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you still had a lot that you wanted to cover, so we can go through that if you like.
Oh, you're throwing over to me then. It's my fault for running out of things.
Throwing it over to you. The ball's in your court.
So no, we were talking about the 2024 annual sets. I'm sure if you've got anything more to add to that, we can come back to it. But we have had some interesting releases. We had the Snowman 50p came up for this year. We talked briefly about it, being the striker. But what did you think of the design?
Yeah, I think it looks really nice. Especially like with all the Christmas Snowman 50p's, the way that the sunset and the nice vibrant colouring on the thing, you know, like the purples, the greens, the blues. I think it just looks really, really nice.
Yeah, the Northern Lights, because I can't actually say the words. That is the
Starora Auroras or something.
Yeah.
What is it?
Don't ask me. I can't say the word.
Northern Lights.
I get very tongue-tied trying to say that.
Aurora Borealis. That's what it is. Something like that.
It's not quite that, but it's closer than what I can get to it. You know, there's certain words that you just can't pronounce. That is my Achilles heel. I can't say that. But
such as denucleic acid.
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
Axis.
Yeah. I was close. But no, I must admit, I quite like it as well. I like the colours in this one. It still doesn't quite. It's not. I can't remember which year it is where it's a close up of the boy and the snowman. That's been my favourite one. I like the sort of. There was sort of. I don't know how to describe it. I like the colours, the sort of shine to it. I think it really added another dimension to the coin, which I thought was lovely, which we haven't seen since. But I think this is my favourite in a while, at least. I like the use of the greens in the design, and again, I hope that the Snowman 50p continues to be struck, because I think it's a lovely sort of Christmassy sort of event to happen within coins.
Definitely, I'm trying to see on New Mister now which Christmas 50p's there were. Maybe we can do a little thing discussing Christmas 50p's. Snowman. I'm so thinking of the Isle of Man ones. Snowman 50p, so they are Christmas 50p's, aren't they?
Yeah.
2023 Snowman. Don't know if they'll all be on there actually. Yeah, they are. I think my favourite is probably last year's actually, 2022.
The Snowman and Snow Dog.
Yeah.
It's cute design.
I like the purpling, you know what I mean, the purple on the the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
But then also the green works really, really well. And then before, you had 2021s, which was more of a sort of strong navy blue sky.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, look nice, but I do like the bright array of colours on the Northern Lights on this.
I think it's quite nice. It's a coin that has done that looks really good with and without colour, whereas there've been some designs where they don't work with or without the colour, and you've got the two versions, and one looks far superior to the other.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the non-colorized ones look really nice just for the designs, and then the ones with colour on look really nice for the fact that they are so vibrant and sort of colourful. Because you see, was it the Lion Witch and the Wardrobe where there was only one part of the coin I think that had colour on?
It was just the two characters. It almost got lost within the design in my mind. There was so much else going on in the design that I think having the colour was irrelevant almost.
Yeah, better without.
Yeah. The design is growing on me. I still think it's mad. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe has no lion, no witch, and no wardrobe in the design. But I don't. Again, just because I know people will be in the comments getting upset, but I totally understand. It's an original illustration from the book, but I still think there's a better way to celebrate that.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's not really it's not really a franchise, is it? It's a film. What would you say it is?
Again,
Is it a franchise? I
it's
don't
a
know.
film, it's a book, it's a like Star Wars is a franchise. It's in that sort of similar vein. It's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a thing that I've never really been particularly, interested in the same way I have for other things that have been celebrated on coins. So, yeah, I'm probably not the person to judge,
Yeah,
to judge it. But there
true.
we go.
But no, because it's the current strike you're in, and we're off to the Royal Mint. We're planning a trip, aren't we, Gracie? You want to
We are.
tell the dear viewers what we're planning?
Well, just on my calendar on my wall, it's very vague. All I've written down is 24th to 26th, but I don't know anything more than that.
Gracie, I picked you because I'm very bad at remembering dates. I think it's Saturday the 25th.
It's that weekend.
Yeah, it's Saturday the 25th and Sunday the 26th. We're going on the standard tours. I have no idea what the times of the tours were. I think they're around midday.
I can find it if you keep the audience
So yeah,
entertained.
but even if you can't book the same tour as us, if you want to come along and say hi, feel free to. We're normally there about an hour before the tour, and we are there for the rest of the day, basically drinking coffees, chatting, and catching up with other people that make coin-related videos. Some of the regulars on on my Discord server, and viewers that want to come along and say hi too.
Definitely, it's always nice to see people there.
Yeah.
The times are 25th of November, 12:40 p.m. and 26th of November, 12 o'clock midday.
There we go. I was almost right with my timing. But I think it's also worth pointing out these are Christmas tours, which are slightly different from the standard tours. They are much more geared towards a younger audience. It's all about Santa and Santa's making presents at the Royal Mint for people, or whether they're making presents for Santa at the Royal Mint. So it's not quite the standard tour. It's not all about the manufacturing of coins. It's a very sort of child friendly event. It's just because it's a new strike you're in, and I want that strike you're in, that I'll be going to get it. So if it's your first tour, that is not what the tours are always like. They're much more for the rest of the year. They are geared towards coin collectors or people interested in how coins are produced there.
Sorry, I'm so glad you were talking there, because my mind was cast back to some previous Christmas tours that just made me giggle a little bit.
Oh.
So I can't tell you on the video. I'll tell you later.
I'm intrigued because I was on those tours with you, and I'm trying to wonder.
Oh, it's very immature. Don't worry. I need to grow up. That's all. It's very immature. That's all.
Deary me. We had a
here.
lovely picture of Santa Claus, didn't we? On the,
Oh no,
don't
don't get me wrong. Forget my giggling for a second. Yeah, the Christmas tours. Yeah, it's kind of one of those. I think one of our friends, it was his first tour he'd ever done, which isn't really a good. Well,
it's happened to a couple of people that I've
Yeah.
gone today that said that they came along to the Christmas one. First off, was like, oh, this isn't.
It's
what I was
not an accurate
expecting.
impression of what a tour is actually like.
No.
Yeah, it is a. I guess it is, as you say, directly aimed at younger children. But I mean, it's that time of year, isn't it? So it makes sense. But
But
the actual
it's
coiny stuff of
it's
it
still
is,
good fun. And if you've been to the Royal Mint before, it'd be quite nice to go to the Christmas one to see it all decked out with Christmassy stuff, and they do change it up quite a bit.
The amount of effort they go to actually to decorate it is unbelievable. So yeah, top marks to the effort that goes into the Christmas
first year
decks.
they started doing the Christmas tours. They put fake snow down. It was done by the same company that did the Game of Thrones snow effects for the film. So they've obviously do put a lot of effort into it. So it is very, very cool.
Definitely, and it didn't go away for about 4 months.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was the, like summer, and there were still remnants of fake snow hanging around.
Yeah.
But no, it's not the only release we've had. Just recently, the King Charles 75th birthday £5 coin came out. Worth pointing out that this isn't the first time we've seen this coin. It was in the commemorative annual set in the start of the year. So it's like with all the coins that come out in the annual set, it gets an individual release later in this year because it is his birthday in a week or so's time.
Yep, that's right.
Any thoughts on that design, Grosey? Any more than since the start of the year?
I can't really remember. I think I remember looking at it and thinking it's a very clean, slick design for a royal birthday.
Yeah,
it's one of those. Yeah, it looks very nice.
Quite a flowery design, which reflects his love of nature.
Yeah.
And
it's a bit like the Queen's 95th birthday £5 coin, I think.
Yeah.
Good.
not the most exciting coin. It's a £5 coin. Not as many people are as interested in £5 coins as they are 50p and £2, but worth mentioning. The expensive release though was the what's it called? The 2024 Sovereign series. It came out. I think it was a quarter, or was it a half and a full, and then the different sets that have got the different sovereigns in it. It's interesting because it's now a return to the standard sovereign. I feel like we have been very much spoilt with lots of unique sovereigns. The unique sovereigns used to come out very few and far between, but then we had the Platinum Jubilee Sovereign, the Memorial Sovereign, the Coronation Sovereign, 3 consecutive sovereigns within, I think it was a 12-month period as well, where there was unique designs to it. And this is the first return during the reign of King Charles III to a standard sovereign design, which I think is quite cool.
So my sovereign knowledge is not very good, and I've never really addressed it. But do they do the same designs on bullion sovereigns as they do on the proof sovereigns? What's the difference?
I don't know about always. I can tell you the last few years there have been bullion versions of the special design of sovereigns, yes. So there was a bullion Platinum Jubilee, there was a bullion Memorial, and I believe that, there is a bullion Coronation Sovereign series as well.
Right, I see.
But I couldn't tell you beforehand some of the other unique designs, the George and the Dragon designs, or was it the 200th, 250th anniversary of the sovereign? There was a special unique design that I don't know if there was bullion versions of that off the top of my head.
It's not really something that I really buy. I don't really get into them, to be fair.
No, a little bit expensive, aren't they? But
definitely.
But no, it is quite cool that I think the design that George and the Dragon has been not the exact same design. It has been tweaked somewhat, but dating all the way back to 1817, a design you can trace all the way back to then on coins. And the fact that it used to be the circulating pound coin and is now a very, very expensive investment coin.
Definitely, it goes to show,
It goes to show how far the pound went way back when compared to how far it goes now.
Well, if you think about it, though, the pound, like the bullion, goes a long way. It's sort of gone the opposite way you'd expect, because you'd think that if it was worth £1 then, it would be worth nothing now. But
the gold itself, of course, has appreciated massively. But I mean, as a coin that had and still has the face value of £1, the pound doesn't quite stretch as far as it used to. I wonder how big a coin would be, how big the pound coin would be if they still made it of gold. Quite how much, how heavy a £1 worth of gold would be.
What is a pound's worth of gold? Is it half an ounce or an ounce?
No, I'm talking about if you had gold to a value of £1 sterling currency.
Oh, I see.
Not in weight. I don't mean it weighs a pound. I mean.
Right. I see what you mean. Yeah. So
£1 in value, whatever weight that would be. How small would that be?
Well, price of gold.
So it's north of £50 a gram. So it's going to be like a 50th of a gram.
There we go. And if I can't do the maths, but yeah, what I'll do is. Do I give myself more editing to do?
Go for it. I've got lots of editing to do on my half because I messed up recording.
I will put an annotation on the screen that shows the rough estimate for what size that coin would be in diameter if it was going to be £1, like £1 worth of gold.
Yeah.
Basically, based on if it was bullion, like just gold, raw gold, based on that density. And the thickness of a usual coin, maybe. I'll work something out.
It's going to be like this. There's going to be like a little pinhead of a coin, isn't it? It's going to be.
I know it's going to be like microscopic, like fleck of dust.
Because I've got my 1/40th of an ounce, but I can't do the conversion as to what 1/40th of an ounce is in grams off the top of my head because it's all a bit too complex for me to work out.
Well, ounce to gram.
Oh my goodness! Now you're going to make me try and talk about something.
So 1 ounce is 28 grams. So 28 grams divided by 40 is 0.7 grams. So about 7 tenths of a gram.
Wow, it's going to be much more than that, then, isn't it?
Yep.
And I was about to say that coin is marginally smaller than my little fingernail. So we are talking about a very, very small coin. It's interesting.
Even smaller than the 5p's film when we hunt through those.
Mate, imagine having to hunt through coins the size of whatever a pound worth of gold is. You need some sort of like magnifying goggles on to see them.
You have to have a microscope.
You need a hoover to hoover them all back up out of my towel. I would lose them all.
Yeah. Well, let's hope they don't release something like that, and let's hope we find an NIFC before they do, so we'd never have to hunt through those. Yeah.
Wrapping up then.
But yeah, there we go. Let's get back to the 5p's then and see what interesting 5p's we managed to find. Oh, just before we do, actually, I want to show you something cool that the viewers may like, because I haven't done a video on it yet, and a little exclusive is from the last 5p hunt. I found a mint error 5p. Do you remember which one I found?
No.
Well, I'm showing the camera. I don't know if the camera can see.
I don't remember what colour socks I put on this morning, Grosey, let alone 6 weeks ago what 5p you found.
So I found an obverse strike-through error, which I had graded. And between the last 5p episode and now, it's all been done and encapsulated.
Very cool.
So you have to watch my video to see the thing on the face cam. But yeah,
trust you to actually have something to talk about and put no show notes into our little documents.
And bring it up after I've done the outro.
Yeah, as you're about to do the outro, yeah. Oh dear. Anyway.
But yeah, I'll show that properly in a proper NGC video at some point in the future. But yeah, let's go back to the 5p's, see what I managed to find in this week's video. Right, 3 finds from that lot of 5p's we have found. We'll go from my least favourite, if you like, to the most favourite. We've got Jersey from 2006, which is very nice. Isle of Man 2016, Tower of Refuge, which I've actually been to in real life as well. Looks really, really nice, doesn't it? Isle of Man. And then a really, really nice one is this Israeli 1 something, new shekel. I think it is 1 shekel, that's what it says on the coin. Which is really, really nice. I like the way that the design makes the shape of the coin look almost like a square when it's actually a circle. That looks really, really nice. So yeah, thank you for watching. Go and check out Christopher's part of the video as well. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.